page.
Damn, son, we are officially caught up. We are now live. So anybody downloading this today, Monday, whatever, you are getting the freshest,
the rawest,
the most
unfiltered
thing. Yeah, exactly. It's current. It's up to date. It's in your face hole.
This is the rawest sushi you're gonna get.
That's right.
This is the rawest man tip you're gonna get.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't get rawer than this.
You know what I'm saying?
This is the rawest steak you're gonna get. Like when you order a steak and you cut into it, it's still red.
Like this is what this is.
It's still mooing. That's how raw.
It's like flex. It's like flexing a little muscle.
Flexing a little bit. Yeah.
I got you.
That's
I got you, man.
It is. Some of that dirty, raunchy sex you like? That raw.
Just that good?
That raw, man.
Jeez. Yeah. Raw. We're back. We're finally back, and we kind of didn't do one last week, and I'm gonna blame you for that one. Why didn't we do one last week?
I was working. What did we do last week?
I don't know, man. You've been working every week.
It was your birthday last week. We didn't. Sorry, we didn't get it out. We didn't do one. We were actually out doing something.
Maybe. I don't remember. But anyways, so we're back. So the goal is now to kind of have one every week. Release it on Monday. No more throwback podcasts. We are officially caught up. The freshest of the freshest.
That's right.
So what's going on with you, dog? What's going on in your life?
I want to welcome everybody to No Nut November.
No Nut November. Is that your goal now?
Hey, man, it's everybody's goal. It's No Nut November.
I've never heard of this No Nut November.
You've never heard?
I don't believe in such things. It's against my religion.
Oh, all right. You've never heard of that?
Nope.
I got a bunch of memes for you then.
Really? Is this people trying to...
Dude, it was a thing last November. I can't believe you never heard of that.
Well, I don't subscribe to such things. It's against my religion.
All right.
So, I wasn't aware that this was...
Yours is multiple nut November, right?
I didn't... Yeah, man. I didn't know. I wasn't aware this was a thing. This is an official thing, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, what's the purpose of this? Isn't it usually like male... you know how guys grow out their mustaches?
Yeah.
What is that from? Stop showing me stuff you can't see on the podcast. Anyways, I know how Mondays are is it October that they have the male health awareness month or whatever, and guys don't shave or what? No shave. Is it no shave November? No shave October. So you're basically telling me that.
Yeah, anyways, that's the goal, man. That's
so I mean, what? So you're telling me that in November you're supposed to not nut and also grow out your beard so people are aware of testicular cancer or whatever?
Yep.
Damn, they got this song blaring. Anyways.
A lot of people with dad issues inside, that's why.
I guess. But is that what you're telling me? So, I mean, that's a rough month for guys, man. No nut November and don't shave. It's like...
I don't think Black Mystery Girl's going to agree to this.
I don't even get what the purpose of No Nut November is.
I don't know.
I understand not shaving your beard because then people are like, oh, why don't you shave your beard? Like, oh, I just want to bring people awareness to the fact that men get shit on their balls and they got to check them every once in a while, right?
Right.
But that's the purpose of No Nut November. Just making a whole bunch of angry men, just aggro, just punching through walls for no reason.
I mean, I guess if you're lonely, it's easy, right? Unless you're on page 79 of your Pornhub
account, you're just trying to go through it,
and you're like, no, I'm gonna stay abstinent the whole month of November. Some sweet cowboy boots that man has on.
That's how I do clicking, and he was walking around. I was
clicking.
Like, why is he clicking? Fucking cars, man, at all times. Anyways, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think it's any different. I guess guys are still gonna be guys, right? So they still need to get theirs, but still, I can't imagine being a heterosexual male and say you're married and you're committing to No Nut November, and your wife's coming out
maybe it's easy when you're married. You're just
because you're over it already, or what?
Yeah, it's just you just don't want any when you're married.
I guess. What if you plan your honeymoon on November?
You're like, look, babe, I'm sorry. I've made a commitment.
Fuck all that noise.
Sean's very against this idea.
No, I'm not for this No Nut November. I'm actually gonna start boycotting it. I'm gonna start doing All Nut November, where it's just all nuts all the time. I'm gonna be so dehydrated. Be like, I need water.
You're like, fine, no DJ Hero December.
Yeah, man. Where's the girls? Yeah, exactly. Where's the women's thing? No romantic comedies October or some shit. Like, where's
Christmas movie December for you ladies? Yeah, man.
Where's their struggle?
No objectifying men January.
How about we have a don't have a period October.
Hold it in.
Yeah, that's like the same thing with guys. Like, how are you gonna try to stop the male biology or what is it? The male
clinch it.
Biological priority.
Clinch it in.
Just flex that vein.
Yeah, flex in, man. Just don't watch anything.
And just stay away from, dude. By the end of November, you're gonna be watching a chick walking down the street, and it's gonna be like a solid 2. You're gonna be like, man, that chick is hot.
At that point, you're gonna rub up against your furniture in your house, and you're gonna be like,
this pillow is so curvy.
You're gonna be like, oh, recliner, so firm.
If you're trying to choke out your pillow,
yeah. You're rubbing up against chairs. You're like, oh, chair, you got so many holes in you.
I'm not into that. Then I could see that American Pie thing actually happening, right? Like, only way that American Pie thing is happening. Because I never got that movie. Like, when you see the movie of American Pie and that guy's like, I guess so horny, he just looks at a pie and he's like, I'm going to pie that. And it's just like, what? I've never looked at a pie and gotten any arousal whatsoever, ever.
Oh, pie, you're so warm.
Disgusting.
You're letting off so much heat.
Can you imagine? Like, let's say you were in middle America or some shit, and your mom is like cooking a cherry pie, and then she just leaves it out, and you don't wait till it cools off, and it's still like 135 degrees inside that thing.
Yeah, you got 30-degree burns.
Yeah, man. Your tip is melting off.
Yeah, you're looking like Two-Face from the animated series.
Disgusting.
Or from the darn, pick. All the Two-Faces aren't good.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
How long would it take you to figure that out? You think after like you do one quick stroke and there's like 2 seconds in you're like, it burns.
Yeah.
You're like,
I'm a normal person. I'm like, that's a lot of heat coming off there. I don't know. The real question is, how hard are you thrusting? You're getting through that crust. Like, is that a thick crust?
Hey, bro, that's how I do all the time. That's just how I do. It's like, bro.
Second thing, you supposed to be getting that like pie feeling in your parts down there?
I think it's more of a problem for women because I think they have a different kind of system where they're a little bit more, a lot more stuff goes down chemically down there. For men, I guess you can't get it up your urethra.
That's what I'm saying.
And you could have some infection in there, I guess.
Yeah, I'm not being like, oh, it's cherry filling. I really want it.
Can you imagine, dude? Every single woman listening to this podcast right now is throwing up. Can you imagine you fuck a cherry pie and then you pee in like the first part of your pee? You're like, am I bleeding or is this cherry?
Yeah, you don't know.
Disgusting.
You have to get like an off-color pie, like a grape one.
Grape.
Yeah, because they'll be purple. You're like, oh, okay.
Ugh, gross.
I was just telling like Mr. Girl, I'm like, man, I'm gonna get some barbecue sauce and throw it on you. And just lick it off. She's like, no, we can't do that. What kind of ghetto shit is that? I was just being stupid, so I'm like, I'm gonna get some barbecue sauce. I'm gonna get some honey barbecue sauce. Just throw it on you.
Why? Because she's black? How you gonna do her like that, son?
I was like, I'm gonna get some Frank's Red Hot sauce. Just throw it on you.
That's crazy. On a different note, last week we were talking about Jurassic World, the movie.
Yeah. You got another complaint about another movie?
No.
You're like, look.
First of all, go listen to that podcast. But secondly, I was thinking about that.
You're like, Tron Legacy is the most accurate movie ever.
Tron Legacy is not bad, actually. But, no, I was thinking about how, like, when you're young and you're a little kid and you see dinosaurs and stuff and you think they're fucking massive. Like, you think they're, like, skyscraper size. You think, like, Godzilla walking around and shit. And all those Japanese cartoons or animated series where it's, like, giant people walking between buildings. And in reality, dinosaurs aren't that big. They weren't that big.
I mean, a lot of them were pretty big, man.
Not that big.
Most of them weren't that big.
They're like, even on a T-Rex, you're like, it's maybe double the size of a human. Maybe, height-wise. I mean, but it's not that big. Like, I feel lied to. When I was a little kid, I was expecting these giant-ass, like Power Rangers Zords like looking size things.
I will say like a Velociraptor is only like 6 feet tall. Like if
is
you
it that tall? I don't think they're even that tall, dude.
Some of them are. Some like 4 to 6 feet.
Yeah, 4 foot. 4 foot Velociraptor still fuck you up, but still, it's just still like 4
you got a chance. Like if you're out on the street, if it takes away its element of surprise, you could box it. Maybe you could try.
I don't know about boxing shit. This thing's got some big ass talons.
You gotta box it, man. You gotta.
This thing can run at 40 miles an hour.
Yeah,
Jesus,
that thing's gonna kill you.
But it only weighs about 33 pounds.
I'm telling you,
dude. I can Muay Thai kick this thing in the face.
That's what I'm saying. You just can't miss.
Yeah, you can miss.
That thing is like Brock Lesnar. If you miss, you're going night forever.
What? Velociraptors were actually only about the size of domesticated turkey, 3 feet to 6, about 3 feet tall and 6 feet long. So I'm saying, man, I've been lied to all my life. I was thinking all these things were massive, just gargantuan creatures, and they're actually way smaller than you think it was.
Yeah.
Like, back in the day, you ever see those claymation movies where it was like dinosaurs and it'd be like people trying to like stab them and stuff? They were always like gigantic. You were always like, what am I fighting? The skyscraper? Like, what the hell is this thing? But now you realize they're not that big.
So your complaint is...
Stop lying to me. Stop lying to me, movies. I want realistic stuff.
So your complaint is, when you saw a dinosaur, you expected it to be Megazord size.
Yes.
And it wasn't.
Yes.
And you're disappointed.
Yes. I saw this the other day. I was like looking up dinosaurs for some reason, and I was like, dude, this is some bullshit.
You're like, this Brontosaurus isn't as big as that one from Power Rangers?
Yeah, man. Oh, you know what brought this on? What? I started researching that giant dinosaur in the Jurassic World movie. The one in the water.
Oh, that's still alive?
It's not alive still.
Sure it's not.
Oh, you mean in the movie?
Yeah,
in the movie. Yeah. That thing is not that big. I looked it up because I was like, in the first movie, it jumps out of the water and eats a fully grown shark, and it fits in its mouth like perfectly.
Yeah.
Okay, some bullshit. It's not that big.
It's not that big.
It's not that big.
No.
It's slightly smaller, I think, than a megalodon.
Yeah.
And megalodons aren't that big either. No. I Googled those things. They're not that big.
No, the one in the movie, the Meg, I think that was pretty life-size. It's huge. Don't get us wrong. It's huge. But it's not that big.
Megalodon. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm trying to keep this educational because, this is an educational podcast.
That's right. New listeners, this is an educational podcast. Just like I let you learn about No Nut November, now we're learning about dinosaur sizes.
Education. This is stuff you bring up at the water cooler.
That's right.
Check this out.
It's like, hey, Mike, did you hear about No Nut November? They're like, hey, Jason, did you hear about...
Fuck your beard. Here, let me tell you about No Nut November. Yeah. Check this out. So Megalodon, which is arguably, I think, the biggest shark ever recorded, it's the size of like a school bus.
Yeah. Dude, that's pretty big, man.
It's pretty big. And
once again, it's not the size of Power Rangers.
Yeah.
Shit.
It's not the size of that dragon on the Power Rangers. That's the one that doesn't have enough power that Zed has.
Yeah.
Some deep-ass reference, but you know what I'm saying.
You're expecting the pterodactyl to be the size of the Pink Ranger one, right?
Yeah.
It's not that.
Because I was trying to compare the Megalodon to that thing in Jurassic World, and they're not that big. I mean, they're big, don't get me wrong. But also, when you look at these stats, some of these are like the biggest ever recorded. Like, that's not what they were, But if I show you this photo, it's like, yeah, okay, it's pretty big, and it's going to swallow a human pretty wholly. You don't got to chunk it up.
Yeah.
But I was expecting this thing to be like, you're going to go and... Okay, so like Pinocchio, where he gets eaten up by the shark or whatever, and then he's like living inside of the thing.
That's what you thought?
That's what I thought.
Okay.
And that was a whale, and whales aren't even as big as megalodons. So fuck your couch, all right? I want real accuracy in movies, all right? That's why everybody's got these grandiose ideas of what the future is like.
That's why they made The Matrix, because it's a documentary and not a movie.
Jeez. I mean that's making kids impressionable and not understanding of what real science is, man. That's why I had to come out with a podcast that educates people on what megalodon is.
That's why when I'm on CrocTube, I go through all the porn to only find the realest porn, man. I don't want no filter. I don't want fake stuff, like the big giant anaconda-sized mushroom tips are like.
You're like, that's not real.
I'm like, that's
you want
not
the real
that's
regular dude. You want Joe Schmo down the street.
Yeah. I'm like, that's foam. That's not.
You want Joe Schmo down the street that has to literally get some pelvic thhrust in there just to kind of make some noises out of the girl, right?
Yeah.
Just
I don't want
pelvis on pelvis action.
Yeah. I want to hear the.
You don't want like horse meat Alistair Overeem with
no.
just freaking
I
massive.
don't want to see half in. I want to see it all in.
It's like when they're so big they can't even go on.
Yeah, I'm like, what is this?
I got you, dog. I got you.
That's fake. I want to see all in action.
You wanna watch those ones where you think it's the girl next door, but it's not. Like it's actually like a boom mic in the background and shit. I got you. I got you.
Yeah, man. Come on.
I was also on a different note. I went to. Remember I told you I've been eating at different burger places, and I told you a burger place I ate recently. Mm-hmm. Well, they have like one of those giant peanut allergy things on their wall. They're like, hey, if you have our shit has peanuts, and or mixes with peanut cookware, so you could die if you have a peanut allergy, right? And I was thinking, I'm like, is there anything else that people are so worried about that they could have killed them like that? Like, it's not like you're like, hey man, I'm wildly allergic to sunflower seeds. And that's not even a bad example. Like, I'm trying to think of any other thing that you can go to a restaurant and essentially die from if people...
Seafood.
Is it? People are that allergic to seafood?
Some shellfish?
Shellfish, I see that. You're right. Fun fact, apparently, if you're allergic to shellfish, you might be allergic to cockroaches. Fun fact.
That's disgusting.
It's true. Apparently, Rogan,
it's gross.
He was saying when he was on Fear Factor, they made him eat cockroaches. Mm-hmm. And apparently somebody had like one of those anaphylactic shocks because apparently it's the same thing that's inside of the exoskeleton, I think, is the same thing that's inside of like crab and lobster, and same thing as cockroaches.
That's disgusting.
That's why when people are like eat lobster and shit, I'm like, you're eating essentially the sea cockroach, right?
That's why I'm not.
Crabs,
that's why I don't do that.
Same thing.
Don't.
Actually, I think lobster skeleton is more similar to cockroach. Lobster is a little bit different.
Disgusting.
It's gross, man. I mean, to me, all those things don't taste like anything. It's whatever you put on them that tastes.
Yeah, man, they're basically going to taste like whatever water they're swimming in.
Yeah.
So if you want to know what Alaska tastes like, get some Alaskan crab.
That's the thing about like lobsters. I think they the thing about lobsters is that they basically eat whatever's on the floor of the fucking ocean. So essentially, they are cockroaches. And so they're eating whatever dead fish or whatever floats to the bottom.
Yeah.
Disgusting. And I've tried lobster before. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed.
It's fine. It's okay.
I'm not impressed.
It's not like if you handed me, somebody said, hey, here's these 5 In-N-Out burgers, or here's this one lobster. I'm like, well, give me those 5 In-N-Out burgers. Like, I don't even know what we're having this conversation. Yeah,
I don't get it, man. But I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, is there any allergies where there's signs like that? Because I mean, peanuts are the only ones I've ever seen a sign like that.
I mean, there's things. Like people allergic to bee stings.
Yeah, but you're not going to a restaurant and potentially die off of eating a bee.
You might.
You know what I mean? Like
these white people, wild, man. I'll never know. The next thing might be like, oh, get some bee needles. Let's eat those.
Ugh.
Suck the poison out these bee tips.
And they don't. I mean, I've never seen a restaurant either where it says like, oh, shellfish. I mean, the menus have it, right? But nothing else. The menus will have shellfish. I don't know. I was thinking about that. I'm like, I mean, if you have an allergy like that, you got to be real careful about what you're eating.
Yeah.
I eat everything, so I don't give a fuck. But still, it's like, I don't eat certain shit you don't think about. I don't know. That was bugging me. I was like, interesting. But then at the same time, I'm like, would it be an asshole like to just have like peanut crumbs and just throw them at people?
Yeah, you should. That's what you should do.
I say some peanuts.
Yeah, man. That's what you gotta do. If you want to rob a bank, don't even carry a gun. You don't need that. Just be like, I got this bag full of peanuts, motherfucker. Give me all the money.
Do you know anybody with a peanut allergy?
Yeah, my cousins.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, you guys are white.
I don't know anybody that has a peanut allergy. I'm curious how. I wonder, is it only peanuts? Are they allergic to almonds? Cashews and shit?
I never cared enough.
Interesting.
I'm like,
I don't know.
You're white.
I was just thinking about that. I'm like, dude, I love
white.
peanut butter.
I think my ex-girlfriend was allergic to fruit. What was it? I think it was peaches.
Oh, yeah. I've heard of people being allergic to peaches. You're right. You're right.
And I like peaches when I eat them. I'm like, great. So now I can throw some peaches on your ass and just lick it off. Like, great.
Jeez, is that how you do it, dog? Is that how you roll?
Yeah. I was like, all right.
So what do you got going on, dog? What do you got going on?
That's man working like a I want to say slave because I'm getting paid for it.
Hopefully you're getting paid for it.
Working like a Filipino prisoner in a sweatshop. There you go.
I don't think they get paid, do they? At a sweatshop?
Yeah, they get paid like a penny. Some rice.
Why are you working so hard, dog? Now you got a car payment. You gotta try to make that paper or what?
No, man, just trying to recoup the money I spent. I just want it back.
Stop buying so many pops. You'll be fine.
Dude, I've been selling all my pops. I don't know what you're talking about.
You keep saying that, but don't you keep ordering them?
Just because I bought like 3 I sold
exactly. You sell like 2 and then you buy 3.
I sold like 10. I'm good.
You can get rid of all of them, dog.
Man, it's starting to go down. I had 87, now it's starting to go down, man.
You have 87 pops?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's starting to go down, son. Starting to go down.
Boski's over here rolling his eyes like 87. What a noob.
Boski has like 300.
Boski has a room full of them.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean, 87 sounds like a lot. I'm trying to think of how many World Collectible figures I have. I can't have anywhere near 87, though.
Yeah, my Funko Connect was like, showed him a picture the other day. I'm like, hey, man, this dude's selling all these. Why there's so many flies out here?
I don't know, man. I've been struggling with flies lately. I don't know what the hell the problem is.
I showed him a picture, and this dude had it like, he had his like house, like the walls in his house were like walls of them. Just like up and down. Like
that'd be a cool background. I told you that before. That would have been a cool like background for stuff. It's one of those things you got to either commit to it or not. Like you can't have 5 of them because then it looks kind of weird. But if you have a wall of them, it's kind of more legit.
He had 3 walls of them.
That's a lot of walls, man.
And my Funko Connect was like, that's too many. I was like, yeah, it's a lot, man.
But what? The guy was selling them?
Yeah, he was selling a lot of them.
I mean, in your experience, when you buy a shitload of them like that and then later on sell them, do you end up breaking even? Do you lose money? You make money?
It depends. Like, I bought a bunch from my Funko Connect because he was moving in with his fiance or his girlfriend at the time. And she was like, you need to get rid of all these. He was like, fuck you. And then he was like, all right, I'll get rid of some. So he kept a few, and he sold me some. I think I got like 20 of them for like $100. I made a profit on them, but he sold them to me really cheap.
Right. I mean, if you're buying 20 of them for $100, that's do the math, people. What is that?
He had some pretty decent ones. So, I mean, but we're pretty smart about how it goes. So. I doubled it, so I made like $200 off it. That's pretty much the goal.
That can't be right.
What?
How many of them was it? 20?
20.
Oh,
and I still have a bunch of shirts because, Funko has shirts too. That comes with the boxes that you get. I still have those I haven't sold yet.
Oh, okay.
So
you bought them about $5 a pop?
Yeah.
Right? 20 of them. $100 divided by 20 of them.
That's probably about right. Something like that.
Yeah, it's about $5 a pop. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you're getting them the cheapest as well, like 7.
Yeah.
Probably the cheapest.
Yeah. So that worked out all right. But yeah, if you buy them like that, you gotta get them cheap. And most times, if they're selling a whole thing like that, you'll get them cheap. So you'll do all right.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That's why I also limit myself on the stuff I buy, but especially that stuff, because that stuff essentially is just like wall fodder. It's freaking flies. It's essentially just things that are taking up space in your walls. That's why when I started getting stuff like that, I would like to get them in cases or whatever. Only that way they're not just all full of dust after a while.
Yeah. That's why now I'm starting to get rid of a lot of the ones that aren't worth so much. I'm just start focusing on the ones that are a little more expensive that I've been wanting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. There's only so much room for stuff, eventually you want there's a lot of stuff I want, but there's just stuff that I'm like, I want to appreciate that after about a month, you know?
So, yeah. It's working out all right. It's working out okay.
So, what else you got going on?
That's about it, man. That's about it. Oh, hey, you, in your...
Huh?
I still got this thing up for No Nut November.
That's... You're actually going to do No Nut November?
No, I'm not going to
say, what the hell?
I told you, what Black Mystery Girls are not going to go for that. She'd be like, oh, you got me fucked up.
So, I found a new way to troll people at work.
What are you doing?
So, in my office, I have like a little, it's like a little like cup thing where I have a whole bunch of like candy and stuff. Mm-hmm. But now all I have basically is like dark chocolate Hershey's Kisses that I have on there. And the other day, this random person down the hallway like comes by and they're like, oh, doing small talk, you know how it is. And then she's like, oh, can I have a kiss? And I think as she said it, she was realizing what she was saying. And I just started busting out laughing. I'm like, this is my new troll thing. I'm just going to have kisses just to make people hella uncomfortable when they try to ask for that shit.
Dude, what is with your work? You keep saying like all like random things keep happening.
Because it's just office work, man. That's just the way it works.
Like the last time they're like, that chick was like, oh yeah, yes, daddy, or whatever.
People are weird, man. People are weird.
I'm just waiting for one person to be like, oh yeah, choke me with that hanger. What?
That happens. I think that's outside of work conversation. No, I don't know, man. I just thought it was hilarious because all it was just a cup full of Hershey's Kisses, and she asked that, and then she said it. She was just like, "Oh, I didn't mean that." I was like,
drop that wax on me.
I was like, "Yeah, I think I got what you meant," but now it's just hilarious because you could tell people like, or like they say, "Oh, can I have a chocolate?" Like they're thinking about it in their heads, and they think twice. They stop. Like, "Can I have a chocolate?" And I'm like, "Yes."
You're a horrible person.
It's trolling people, dog.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, when you're there for as many hours as I am, you got to have some fun somehow.
What you got to do is you got to put that in that hobo bathroom.
Oh. No, thanks.
And then, but you got to fold up the little Hershey Kiss perfectly, and when they open it up, it's just paper.
That's too much work.
And then when they open up the paper, it's like, get a fucking job, hobo.
Damn.
Fuck out of here.
That's kind of fucked up. But yeah, no, I think I just gotta find subtle ways to troll people. Take some of my time.
Speaking of, we just passed Halloween. What'd you do for Halloween, man?
Nothing, dog. I was working on my car.
Damn.
I was working on my car for the last week, working my ass off, dog. If you follow my Instagram stories, I figured out, Jesus, this thing, is the thing go up?
Yeah.
The radio go up? I found out on Instagram you could do this. You could save your stories or whatever. I didn't know you could do that. So I made one for like my Z32 build. I'm just going to start taking videos of shit. And you'll see it on there. God damn, this song is loud. First day I worked on the car like 15 hours straight. I only took a break occasionally for when my pizza came and I started eating pizza. And then the second day I put in probably another 5 to 8 hours. And the day after that I put in another couple hours just to finish everything up. And then I tried doing some stuff yesterday, but that wasn't very successful. So I might have somebody do that one just to get it over with, make it quick. Because it's not motor work, it's just exhaust work. But anyways, long story short, I put in a lot of hours in. But she's running pretty good, man. Just to give you an idea, like the vacuum went from -7 to -20. That means there's a gigantic vacuum leak.
And now when you're driving, the wheels just are constantly on fire, right?
Ripping ground apart. Speaking of which, I think I have a nail in one of my tires. I need to get that taken care of. But yeah, man. I mean, it drives way better. It hits harder, especially in the cold.
Ready to race people, huh?
It's getting there, dog. I'm getting there.
I'm just ready to be like...
A few more things. I wouldn't mind getting some bigger turbos, though.
I want them turbos the size of Voltron's head.
Not that big. Just slightly bigger than what I got now. It'd be nice.
I want
Fucking flies are annoying.
Yeah, man.
Living shit out of me.
Is the plague?
Everybody
get raptured over the last 2 here? Like, what's going on?
I mean, I've seen a lot of flies lately. What the hell's going on with the flies? Anyways, yeah, I've been working on the car like a mofo, so I didn't have time to do much. But I'm ready for Black Friday, dog. I am counting down. Fucking flies. I'm counting down officially. We are officially, like 3 weeks away?
Mm-hmm.
Where you want to go, dog? What are you getting this year? What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm gonna start doing squats right here. I'm getting excited about it.
I don't really need nothing, man.
We are 1, 2. Dude, we're like 2 weeks away.
I don't really need anything, man.
I mean, if we count this week.
Yeah,
No, if we don't count this week. So it'd be next week and the week after that. Black Friday, son.
I don't really need that much. I'd probably get some more shoes.
Or I might get some tools. I think that's the only thing I need. But we got to do it up, man. We got to do it up. This has now been like a 10-year tradition we got.
I might just stand in the line at Walmart. Just stand in the line at Walmart, man.
I'm trying to think of where. I mean, the only thing I really kind of want is some tools. That's about it. I need a compressor. I think I'm going to wait till Black Friday to look for a compressor. But, yeah, man. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm hyped. People at the gym are going to be like, man, he's been training real hard lately. Like, you just see him just going harder than normal. What's going on? Oh, Black Friday's coming up. He's getting ready for it.
Like, oh, he's competition ready. Like, what?
That's
like,
right.
What the fuck are you talking about? You're like the competition on Black Friday.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to get me some stuff at questionable discounts. Because that's all. It's not that discounted. I'm just there for the competition. More and more of these companies are actually releasing stuff early. Like Kohl's and Target ads are already out. I didn't see anything major that I wanted. But I'm waiting for the rest of the ads, dog. I'm ready for Black Friday. Gonna get at it, son.
There you go.
Get at it.
Yeah, I don't think I needed anything, but we'll see. We'll see when I start looking at the ads.
I'm sure you'll buy some games. Games are always cheap as shit during that time. It's always worth it to buy games, especially stuff that came out in the beginning of the year. It's different.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with you, dog?
I was gonna ask you a question.
What's up?
Hey, man, you ever do any role playing in your life?
I bet you that's the same motorcycle every single time.
It probably is. I know that same Mustang has gone by twice already.
Freaking people around here, man. Yeah, I've done it in the past for sure.
You ever like dress up and been like, oh yeah?
Yeah, done it. You know what I have done?
Today I'm Dracula and you're just a random villager.
Is that what it is? This is like a Halloween special?
Yeah.
You're like, you're going to be Elvira and I'm going to be Dracula. And I'm trying.
You're like, I'm going to be Roger Rabbit and you're going to be that other chick. The Roger Rabbit.
You go nerdy. You're like, you're going to be Morgan and I'm going to be that Demetrius vampire guy.
Wow.
I'm trying to get deep with these references.
Like, or if you got a hot friend, you're like,
you'd be like, I'm going to be
Morgan,
Noah.
And you're going to be Lilith.
Oh jeez. He'll be like, "Yep, I'm gonna be Noah, and you're gonna be that one chick who's nobody remembers. Rachel, what the fuck's her name?
Sure.
Nobody remembers that girl's name. No. It's all about that Noah dude. Telling you. You know why? Because it's made for women. That movie was made for women, and it's more. You remember the dude's name more because he was the main character.
There you go. That's some role play I haven't thought. Because I'm always just joking. I'm like. Because Black Minister Girl went trick-or-treating.
I'm going to be the slave owner.
Wow. I'm like, what you going to do for your freedom? What you going to do for your emancipation?
Wow. That is so dark. It's kind of funny. Wow, that's dark. Sorry, I didn't mean to take it there. Choking on my own spit.
I'm like...
Wow. Jesus. That was dark.
You want me to take your letter to Abraham Lincoln or not?
Oh, that's bad, dog. That's bad.
You're the one who said it.
Like, you want me to show you the trail to the slave freedom trail?
Oh, Jesus. Underground Railroad?
Yeah, you want me to show you where the Underground Railroad is or
terrible.
not?
That's terrible. Horrible.
Oh, that's terrible?
Yeah.
All the stuff you said was fine.
Yeah.
Shit.
No, because she went trick-or-treating, and so this one chick was like, oh, I'm going to give candy to kids. She's like, oh, I'm 15. And the lady was like, okay. And I was like, all right, you look young. I don't know if you could pass for 15.
15 is really young.
Yeah. I'm like, okay, you should have said like 18. I'm like, okay. 15. I was like,
15 is real young.
I'm like, you're a big ass 15-year-old, whatever. I'm like, all right. And so then she told me that. I was like, oh, okay, so we're going to do some role playing. We're going to do be like, yeah, so The only way you pass high school is if you pass this test right here.
Oh, jeez. 15. That's a bit much.
Yeah, I don't know what that old lady was looking at. She didn't have her glasses on or what?
You know what you got to do? You got to try this one out, dog. What you do is you guys both go to like a bar, and then you pretend like you don't know each other, and then you kind of like approach her little by little, and you start talking to her, and you slowly kind of, pick her up. You know what I'm saying? That's an easy way to start. You know what I mean?
You're
just like, oh, what's your name? And then you kind of go through the role playing.
Like fake names.
Yeah, fake names and everything. Fake jobs. Maybe you're like a porn director and she's like a aspiring model. I don't know, man. Whatever you're into.
I'm like, I really love to shoot you sometime.
That's not the first time that line has ever been said, ever.
And at the end of the night, I do shoot her.
Aww. Here's your close-up.
Yeah, you ready for your close-up? Pow, pow, pow.
Take these bullets.
Yeah, take these bullets.
Take these DNA bullets.
And I'll just go for us. I go for anybody.
Yeah, man, that's an easy one to go into. I've done a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta spice things up every once in a while.
Gotta be like, oh fuck, what was the other one? I had a few. Should have wrote them down.
You're like, I'm gonna be a Starbucks barista, and you're gonna be a customer coming in.
I'm like, here's your coffee.
Put a little something in that.
You like it stirred or?
Oh, jeez.
I was on the old Pornhub the other day, right?
the old subscription.
Yep. Doctor said I gotta be on it. So, and I was just going through just scrolling down, seeing what's on there, right? And then one of the video clips was these people in the bar, and they're just banging under the bar.
Like a bar, like a drinking bar.
Yeah. While the chick is making drinks. I'm like, this is so unrealistic. I'm like, she's getting tip from this dude, hung like a donkey, by the way, while she's making drinks, and the waiter was taking orders and giving her new orders. I'm like, come on, how unsanitary?
All that stuff's very, very unrealistic. But then you gotta really ask yourself the question. It's not like there's a lot of funding in those things so that they could build a set. So that means that's probably a real place that they close down and set it up for that shoot. And so you gotta really think I'm sure there's a ton of businesses that have rented out their place for an adult film shoot, and you don't even know about it. One day you're gonna watch something and be like, I know that place.
That's how we gotta do the secret. We get the secret project going.
Shit. You're like, I got a spot for you guys.
Well, yeah, you use it all the time. What do you need? You need a restroom? At a private area? Clean. You're going to clean up afterwards.
Ugh.
I'm like, you need some.
I think they should. They probably have cleaning crews, right? You can't have DNA bullets just shot all over the walls.
I don't know, man.
Just like CSI people have a cleaning crew where they come in and clean up all that stuff. Man. They gotta have one for human.
They need human
stuff. Human juices. They didn't make it any better. I was looking for a better word. That's the only thing that came to mind.
Human juices.
Yeah, man. You gotta assume that, right? It's one of these days you're gonna be watching one of your favorite channels or some shit, and you'd be like, hey, I know that Chase Bank branch. That I've been to that one.
Just like that one time I saw that one at Castle and Coasters.
Oh yeah, dude, that was a Castle and Coaster, right?
Dude, it had the curtain. It was back in the day at Castle and Coasters. Castle and Coasters didn't have the doors. They had that curtain that you would
for the shitter.
Yeah,
they had a curtain. I don't remember that.
Yeah.
First of all, how unsanitary is that curtain?
Very. Getting all the shit smell.
See, that's got to be unsanitary like a mofo. You touch it's all wet. You're like, what did I just... Is it like a plastic curtain?
No, it's like an old cloth curtain.
That's disgusting. Just like a freaking, what is it, Old Navy? Remember how you told me I should go to Old Navy to look for cargo pants? Fucking, by the way, all those are
skin, that's how they
skin
fit.
tight. Fuck that, dog. I'm not trying to...
They have some different ones. You need athletic.
I need to let my male parts breathe a little bit. Those things are just all up on me like that. I'm like, no, I'm not trying to walk all bow-legged because my giant hog is in the way. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Anyways.
Is that another role play you do too? You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, I'm the butcher. I'm like,
No.
I heard you need some giant
I'm
meat.
the butcher. Jesus. That's a
some-
nickname. I'm the butcher.
I'm like, I got some giant meat for you. Here you go.
Ugh. But, anyways, I went to Old Navy and trying out those stupid pants. And they have those weird dressing rooms.
Yeah.
You know, see those are just like in the middle of the store, throughout the store, and all it is just like a little circular thing that you just close the curtains and you go in. And I'm like, what's stopping anybody from like just looking in there, like just pulling the curtain and looking and seeing what, you know what I mean? Like, that's weird. It's weird. I don't give a fuck. It's not like I was bug ass naked in there. But my whole point is that, like, what stops somebody from just like yanking the curtain open?
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's how people get their jollies, man.
I'd be hard to do it there because it's only high enough where you could see people's feet. So you'd be able to see people's feet.
Maybe go on the 69 thing. You see one pair of feet.
You want to be one of those bro leg dudes that's holding the chick upside down, like you're just holding her up and shit. Nah, not many guys can do that, man. You gotta be one of those WWE wrestlers and dating one of those tiny WWE wrestling girls, and then you could probably lift her up and hold her up for a while.
Yep.
And imagine like when you're about to come to completion, you're just kind of like getting all lightheaded and shit. You can't even keep standing up. You just fall.
You're giving her a tombstone pile driver. Oh, shit.
Yeah, fuck all that, dog. That's not possible. You gotta be one of those people that just doesn't give a flying fuck. Like, for whatever happens, like people open up, they're like, you can't be doing this in here, sir. Be like, I'm not done yet. I'll be right out.
All right, you can talk to me in 15 to 30 minutes, depending on how good this is.
You're gonna be in that current for 15. That's a quickie, dog. You gotta get that out.
I don't believe in that.
Quick. You don't believe in it?
I want to go. You strap in, you get the full thing. That's it.
That's it. I get it. You gotta have priorities, man. You gotta have a code of ethics. You have to have a stand on things every once in a while. I get you. I respect that.
Recently heard a story of some people that I may or may not work with.
Okay.
Who may or may not work there or attend said place I go to. I work at. I heard that they were banging in the park.
What do you mean in the park?
They just were at the park. They were on a date. And just started. Dude whipped his dick out and they just started banging right there in the middle of the park.
Like in the middle of the park?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I've done the park thing. I'm just not in the wide open area.
Yeah, wide open area, just for like.
Are those people like you're looking from afar? And you're like, are they? Do you just put out his
He
pins?
lives in the ghetto. Nobody cares a fuck what he's doing. Second thing, I was like, that hoe must be into some dangerous shit because he lives in the ghetto. I'm not trying to catch a bullet over there.
Stray bullet just coming by.
Yeah.
Fuck all that.
Maybe that's what she's into. But it is. I'm like, wow. I'm like, so. I gotta kick it up a notch. I'm like, all right, I got these people doing it in the parks. I gotta go into Cole's dressing room and just start going at it right there.
I'm trying to think of what would be like the craziest thing. All right, here is the craziest of the crazy.
All right.
If you could do this, you're getting 3 bonus points from me at any given time. Okay.
All right.
And it's hard to get a bonus point from me.
Okay.
So you're getting 3.
Right.
All right. This would be the craziest of the craziest, and you gotta have balls the size of a semi truck. Okay.
Right.
All right. You go to one of those indoor rock climbing places, and then you have the chick post up on the wall somewhere, and the dude's trying to get at it while on the wall.
Dude, that's
3 bonus points, dog. It's hard to get bonus points. All right. I haven't given one out yet. But if you can do that, you get 3. That's the Spider-Man shit. I'm going to call that one the Spider-Man. You're like, your mind is going right now. You're like thinking about it.
I'm like, look, when you get to the top, pretend you have a wardrobe malfunction.
Oh.
Then I'll just come in there like Spider-Man. I'm like, pow.
I mean, how long do you think your grip would give before your grip gives out?
Very quickly. That's
very quick. Yeah, you're gonna have to use your legs for most of that. You know what I mean? You just hold on with your hands and you just use your legs.
Especially if you're if you do, for some reason do it till you actually do bust. At the end you're gonna be like, and you're just gonna fall off the wall. You're like,
Somebody better have that safety harness.
Yeah, I was the same. Like, wow, he made it to the top, but then he just fell. It looks like he's dead. Like, yeah. Like, wear his pants off.
Now that I think about it, I'm trying to think of how those safety harnesses go because they might actually block your parts.
Does it block or does it help more blood get there?
I'm trying to remember how the front of the harness goes. I know the back of it goes around your ass, so you'll be fine there. You'll be mooning people like no other, but you'll be fine.
Like, sir, why do you have a banana hammock on?
You're like, you got that thing from what the fuck is that guy that dresses up as people? That guy was in Talladega Nights.
Oh, Borat.
Yeah, like the Borat when he's got that thing in the Speedo looking.
Yeah.
That thing was disgusting.
Yeah, man.
Now that guy's got balls to do do shit like that. You see when he tricked all the politicians?
Yeah.
Hilarious.
I'm like, I'm it just helps me increase my speed, It's what I'm here for.
We should go do that indoor rock climbing, dog.
Like, also, my name is
Mike Concho.
Yeah.
Freaking flies. Yeah, man. I think that's when you get the ultimate 3-point bonus. Because ultimately, that's the only way you can get 3 points from me.
Or you get up to the mountain or top of it, and you just be waiting up there. You're like, oh, I'm the king of this mountain. This is your prize. Bam, bam, bam.
You're like Conan the Barbarian and shit.
Yeah.
You feel the need to take over things.
Yeah, take over.
I think.
Like, I'm Goro.
I mean, the question is like, how long after you've been with somebody do you feel like you need to spice it up?
I'm just making random discussion.
I was gonna say, because otherwise I'm like, if you're bored already like a year in or whatever, like you're not trying hard enough.
No, probably not. Like if you're putting on a Black Panther mask, like on the second date, you guys,
say Wakanda forever.
Yeah,
say it.
You guys got some problems, maybe.
I'm gonna Killmonger you real quick. Come here.
Killmonger that
ass. Dude, this is the weirdest selection of music I've ever heard.
It's a little.
It was like an 80s song a second ago.
It's a little everywhere, man.
Like, what is going on with the freaking music?
It's a little everywhere.
So you know how I always like to tie everything to like biology, and you know what I feel like. I think your biology has a lot to do with things, right? So like if you're a male and you've got really low testosterone level, you're probably going to be a little bit more sensitive guy. You're probably going to be a little bit like more passive. If you're super high testosterone, you're probably going to be a little bit more aggressive. You're going to be more assertive or whatnot, right? Mm-hmm. And so chemistry has a lot to do with how you live your life. Because if you're a super aggro guy, you're going to make way different choices than a guy who's super passive and super mellow, right? But I was thinking, I'm like, do you ever, and I'm asking this for a reason, do you ever look at like a lesbian chick, specifically like a bush lesbian chick, and you're just like, she's attractive?
No.
So I was thinking about this the other day because I saw a butch lesbian chick, like, you know, dressed up like a dude haircut, kind of a little bit more.
That means you're gay now.
Huh?
That means you're gay now.
A little bit more heavy set. And I was looking, I was just like, there's something weird that happens with specifically butch lesbian chicks, primarily because it's first of all, not attracted at all. Right, like not attractive at all, like almost to the level of attraction to being attracted to another dude.
Yeah.
Like it's super unattractive, and it's very interesting to me because biologically, I think your body would still assume that's a woman, but I guess not. Maybe your body's like, nah, that's no longer a woman. Like you're despising, and then as a guy, you also get into this weird mindset where you're like, if she squares up on me, I'm gonna have to square up. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like it almost seems like biologically, you now identify that person as like another male, and then you want to be like, don't get in my face because we're gonna have problems, right? Like I think if you ask most guys, would you have a hard time like squaring up to like a butch lesbian chick? I think most guys would be like, nah, we wouldn't have a hard time. I think there's something in the biology where it's like, no, that no longer is like a feminine female, now it's a competitor.
Yeah, that's definitely true, man. Some of them looking scary.
And some of them actually like approach you almost like a guy. Where it's like, are you looking at my girl? And I'm like, well, calm down.
Hey, look, bro.
Calm down.
No.
Calm down. Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You want to go right
down.
now? We'll go right now. I'm going to fuck.
But the weird thing, like the reason why I was thinking about this is because it's not like it's a physical difference. Like, you know, if you were to get in a fight with somebody like that, you could probably own them pretty easily. I mean, it's still a woman's body.
I say, unless like it's Chris Cyborg, yeah, you probably got a good chance.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm talking about natural women who aren't doing steroids. Like if you know, rest in peace, China from WWE. If she squared up on you, you'd be like, all right, man, I'm gonna have to real like square up and get some good technique in here because she's a big girl and she could probably put down some power.
Yeah.
But if you're talking about a natural girl who's just a little bit heavier and a little like butchy or whatever, you don't expect her to go Jacare and knock you out like he did Weidman this weekend, you know? So I it's just interesting to me because biologically you do have like some weird monkey shit where you're like, yeah, no, this is a competitor now. It's no longer like different sex. It's almost like they're equaling you now. Now you're just like, you better not square up. We're gonna have problems.
Yeah, man, that's true. You gotta.
And like instantly, your attraction like goes away. Like it just goes away. It's not like you ever see a bush lesbian chick and you're like, man, I hit that.
I know some dudes might be listening to this like, what are you talking about? I find some bush lesbian chick. It means you're gay. It means
I was gonna say that means you're probably gay.
It means you like the dick.
Or you don't want to admit you like the dick. One of the two.
It means you're the bottom.
Damn.
It means you're the catcher. It's all right. We don't discriminate here.
Has there ever been a time where like a gay dude ends up like dating a bush lesbian chick and then she's like the dominant one?
No.
You don't think so?
Like gay dudes hate lesbians.
Do they really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's lesbians
I thought
are
they were
the
a big
worst.
community, man. Isn't it?
Lesbians are the worst.
LGBTQITZZB. Yeah, I thought they were all one giant community. I thought they all like, went to each other's house for Thanksgiving. It's not how it goes.
No.
We need to talk to a butch lesbian chick on the podcast. I'm like, are you squaring up on me right now? We'll go right now. I don't care.
I'm like, well, three-way right here.
Oh, I don't know about
fight.
that.
Three-way fight.
So say, don't bring any of that up.
I'm like, who has the biggest dick?
She's like me.
I'm like, no doubt. Not even question it.
Oh, and then she just busts out with the giant strap on. You're like, oh. Disgusting.
I'm like, you don't need that.
Oh.
It was big enough.
Yeah, man. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, it's just weird. It's weird. I mean, don't get me wrong. I 100% am okay with your choices, but at the same time, it's interesting when you see like a lesbian bush chick that's trying to square up to a dude because a dude's looking at her girlfriend. It's just like, what?
It's the hormones, man. They're misfiring.
I just thought that was odd. I've never thought of any other situation where a dude's like, oh man, a bush lesbian chick's hot. Like, what?
I mean, I'm sure there's some...
You think so? I don't think so, man.
I mean, it's just like there's that porn where the dudes like find those really, 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 really muscular fit chicks.
But that's still a chick. Right? No? How fit are we talking about? Like China?
More than that. Like
more
jacked.
than that.
Like
China was pretty big, man.
More jacked than that.
Yeah.
I would look some up, but I don't want to throw up right now.
Yeah, man, that's trippy. That's trippy. Because China's a big girl.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember her. Wasn't she like 200 pounds?
She's big, yeah.
Like I remember her being next to like somebody like Triple H, and you're like, good lord, they're huge. Yeah, that girl seemed like she had it rough, by the way. China. I remember seeing some of the videos before she died. I was like, oof, poor girl.
Crack's a hell of a drug, man.
What was she doing?
Huh?
What kind of drugs was she doing?
All of them.
Wow. Wrestling's a hard career. You look at a guy like The Rock, and you either love him or hate him, right? But at the same time, like he's maximized his career. Like he went from a guy who was like unknown to being a good guy, then a bad guy, then a good guy, or whatever the hell he did. And then now he's like got 3 shows out. He's got The Ballers. He's got some football thing. He's got now like a American Gladiator looking show. I saw a preview for that the other day. I was like, oh, that looks interesting. It's like an American Gladiator style show.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. He's got that thing too, and he's like announcing for it and everything. So that guy's maximized his.
That's our next president,
career,
man.
Dude, with the way things are,
Kanye 2020.
I wouldn't doubt that he would run and possibly even win. I mean, that guy's like, charismatic like a mofo.
It's like, I'm going to run the SmackDown on the political campaign 2020.
You think if he runs as a Democrat or a Republican?
Probably Republican. No, he's gonna go Democrat.
I was gonna say, you think he runs? I think he runs Democrat.
That, or if he really wants to just blow everybody's mind, he goes independent.
I think I don't know if he's big enough to be in. I mean, he's big. Don't get me wrong. He's got a few million followers on Instagram. I mean, if he can convert all those followers into votes.
People are so dumb. They'll vote for people just because they
know him. They know him. They've been following him.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
I love CM Punk as much as the next guy, but if he runs for president, I'm not going to vote for him. Sorry. I mean, unless he has like amazing political analysis that I don't know about. And hey, maybe the Rock's team will prep him good enough that he has all that knowledge.
He's got a big ass team.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe they'll do it. So hey, I'm not saying I won't, but I'm not gonna just be like, oh, it's Rock. Check.
I mean, you gotta applaud that guy at bare minimum for what he's done. Primarily because if you look at his first movie, which is what?
The Rundown.
At the first one, I mean, people did not think very highly of him. Same thing with the one where he was like a tooth fairy or whatever.
The Scorpion King.
Yeah, people didn't think very highly of him then. They didn't think very highly of him when he was like that tooth fairy or whatever. And then look at him now. Hey, Jumanji did really well, from my understanding. So that guy, you got to give him, man. That guy's hustling. But I mean, don't get it twisted. That guy also has a team working for him, like a team. So that guy's smart. I mean, nobody's broken out from wrestling and done that well, right?
John Cena's starting to.
What's he doing? Acting?
Acting. He's putting out some books, kids' books. Put out a kids' movie. Did pretty well.
I mean, so far he's got a lot of ground to catch up on because The Rock is moving quick.
It's the only thing. John Cena's starting a little bit later. The Rock has been out of it for a while.
Anyways, either way, man. How do we get from butch lesbians to The Rock?
I don't know, man. We jump around. It's an educational podcast. You learn shit.
You know what I'm saying? Learn some shit about No Nut November, some megalodons and dinosaur sizes. You know what I'm saying?
Cosplay. Give you some cosplay. Look, I'll give you another cosplay. Maybe you're the paleontologist digging up bones, and then you got an intern, and she's like, oh, I don't know if I could find the right bones, and you're like, yeah, I'll give you this bone.
I thought you were gonna go crazy where you're like, oh yeah, then you're digging up a dinosaur. It turns out to be a hoe dinosaur or something. I was like, how are you? I was trying to see where you're gonna go with this. I was like, where you going with this?
Not interspecies thing.
Why not, dog? Why not?
I was like, oh, let me get this dinosaur pussy.
Hey man, role playing is role playing.
Let me get this dinosaur walls.
Oh,
it's so warm.
That reminds me of Dave Chappelle. Fucking hilarious.
Get this dinosaur walls. It's so warm and thick.
It's cold-blooded, dog. It's probably not warm at all. It's probably the opposite.
Hey, man, this is what you're into.
Lizards, man. Lizard people.
Oh, they're so cold and thick. Oh, yeah. It feels like Baskin-Robbins ice cream.
Oh.
That van smelled 100% like hoe.
Opposite of what I want.
Yeah, man.
Anyways. All right, man.
You want it cold and thick? You want it warm and thick?
Yeah, I don't think it'd be good for you if you were cold. You'd be like, what?
Put some Sweet Baby Ray's on it, make it warm.
Sweet Baby Ray's. Gross. I think it's in some UTIs right there. Anyways, any last words, dog? I think we're done for the week.
Oh, man. It's crazy, man. We caught up. 900 podcasts we did. That's insane.
It's been a while, man.
900 hours.
We've been doing this for a while now, right? Oh, dude, I totally forgot. I will do this next week. Sorry, ladies.
What?
A few of the viewers sent us some questions.
Oh,
viewer
damn,
questions.
son.
And they're a little bit more intense. So they're not like the simple, like, is he cheating? You know, it's a little bit more personal and more intense.
That's some.
So we'll have to go back and hit those up later. But
to be truthful, it's probably better we do it next week because it's too loud here.
It's very loud, dude. This music is incredibly loud.
I think they want us to leave.
Probably. They're like, don't do your podcast in the middle of the day. There's people praying out here. I'm like, look, you're learning about megalodons, all right, before I tell you about
we're learning about megalodons, how to cosplay.
Yeah. Educational podcast.
Education, how to put it down right. Bring a little spice to your life.
A little role-playing action.
Yeah, maybe you want to be a megalodon, and one of you wants to be a whale.
You want to fight it out?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe you want to be a American Gladiator, and she wants to be one of the contestants. And
I bet you could search any of these things.
Yeah,
and you could find them. I bet you.
Whatever you want. Maybe you're still in the Halloween spirit. One of you could be a fairy, and then she throws some fairy dust on a pumpkin, and then you come to life, but you still got a pumpkin head on, and you just go into town with the pumpkin head on.
It sounds like you've either seen these or you've already thought about these ahead of time.
Hey, I'm just throwing out ideas. I don't know what are you into, people?
You're like, come here, girl, get this jack-o'-lantern dick.
That's right. That's right. Get this jack-o'-lantern. That's a shirt coming out for next year.
There you go. Next year.
Limited edition.
Next year idea.
Jack-o'-lantern dick. Oh man, it's no more spooky dick. It's now in
jack-o'-lantern dick. There you go.
It's a new month.
Now what do you got? Thanksgiving dick?
Is thankful dick.
That should be a shirt.
It's turkey dinner dick.
Oh jeez. Anyways, that's it, ladies and gents. We'll see you guys.
You guys pick which one you want.
Yeah, let us know.
Limited edition run.
That's it. We'll see you guys next week, next Monday, for another up-to-date, latest, and greatest podcast. Follow all our social shits down below. My social media, Ruben's social media. Links to, whatever you're looking for. iTunes. If you're looking for whatever, you know how to get to this. If you found this already, you know where to get the rest of them. So we'll see you guys next Monday.